Hello, folks, and thank you for tuning in to High Fever. I just wanted to come on here and give you a quick apology. Sorry that these videos are coming out a little bit late. Your boy is moving, but everything is settled now, and videos will be returning to their normal schedule. Again, thank you all for watching, for commenting, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Thanks, guys. Hello, folks, and welcome back to High Fever, the Indiana Fever basketball podcast. I'm your host, Josh Barcenas. The Connecticut Sun, 88. Your Indiana Fever, 72. Indiana goes to 7-20. Connecticut, 2-20-7. Tiffany Hayes put up 18. Aaliyah Boston, 19. Olivia Nelson-Ododa, 10 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 8. Alyssa Thomas, 8 rebounds. And Aaliyah Boston, 4 assists. That's right, Aaliyah Boston is your points, rebounds, and assist leader for the Fever in this game. We'll get to that. Look, this was a pretty solid beatdown. Well, let's not call it a beatdown. They lost by 9. It was a pretty solid... there was no moment there where you thought that Connecticut was in trouble. Now, what can we learn from this game? Well, I think, are going to take two big things away. Number one, they're starting to go through Aaliyah Boston more. The Fever are starting to understand. And look, she wasn't the most efficient, 6 for 11. But 6 for 6 from the free throw stripe. They're starting to use her more. And I liked what I saw in that aspect. Unfortunately, the supporting cast is lacking. Look, it's not controversial to say that the Indiana Fever are not surrounding Aaliyah Boston with who I think that they should be surrounding her with, and that is shooters and players who are not afraid to pull up from mid-range when need be. And this is what we see from a game like this, where it's a confident Connecticut team, it's a connected Connecticut team, and 6 players from the Connecticut Sun score in double figures. Okay? When you have Alyssa Thomas, okay, DeWanna Bonner, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, okay, when they're doing that, putting up double figures, and nobody scored over 19, okay? Tiffany Hayes put up 18. That was it. That was the highest player. That was the highest scoring player. So it's not one player running us over. No, it's 1,000 tiny cuts, and that leads to us losing this game. They played Aaliyah Boston 33 points, but the defense isn't there. When you play Lexi Hull 18 minutes and she goes 0 for 4, you kind of don't have a choice but to, unfortunately, get her out. And that's kind of how it goes. And so that's, these types of games for me, when you watch these games, they're totally frustrating. Because you're watching these games and you're realizing that if there was I don't want to say a better team, but maybe a more connected team. Maybe a team that understands assignments on a little bit of a better level. And look, I'm not going to I'm not coming here and shitting on the Sun, okay? I'm not going to say that there's nobody on this team who is a star, but when you can have 6 players in double figures, that is how you win games, and that is how you win championships. And we don't have that, unfortunately. 7 minutes from Zowie B. Victoria Saxon, they actually only played her 4. The rotation is starting to look interesting. They're kind of pulling back on the Christy Wallace minutes, and I think Christy Sides is kind of going deeper in on Grace Berger. Look, I'm not here to criticize either of those players, but is it just me, or does Grace Berger feel like a little more? She just needs time. If we're gonna do this, she needs time, and I don't know if right now is the time to increase those minutes. It just seems kind of unnecessary for me. But you know, Emma Cannon had a nice outing. She's starting to become quite a good piece, actually. So watch out for that. But yeah, this was just kind of one of those fever games where you tune in and it all happens, and you go, "Yep, that is exactly how I thought it was going to play out in my head." And unfortunately, they picked up the L.